but it's the cost of playing further up the field that's been a nice change. All right, so this is much faster.
Yeah, the whole thing is faster than we're used to, which is
way
good
faster.
to know.
Hang on. With Dave Rosario as the 9, this team has really struggled. Only 2 goals in their last 5 MLS games and only 1 win in their...
They try to welcome the Sounders rudely down here to Portland. Just about 175 miles separate these two. Bassett, Brandon Bye tried to cut it back. Bassett will keep it in play.
Yeah, but look at the shape of the Portland Timbers. It's different.
Kelsey's header is just wide. It will be a corner.
Allowing them to counter press, turn it over, and then force Seattle to defend a second ball. Kelsey's been really good with his runs from balls being whipped in from wide areas.
On Tuesday, Wednesday for Seattle, Thursday for Portland. Timbers will host Puebla, America, and Cholos, Club Tijuana. Some great games at Providence Park. I mentioned Seattle going to Toluca. They'll host Querétaro and Chivas de Guadalajara at Lumen Field after making that trip down to Mexico. Another giveaway. Rusnak, Rothrock. Rothrock leaves for Rusnak. Now Rusnak floating it towards De Rosario. Miller only as far as Kelsy. He didn't even think he was going to play at this point in this game. Had to come off the bench because of injury 5 minutes in. And Kalani Kosarienzi again scores in a big game. Sounders on the road take the lead.
Understanding how big of a moment this is, it's been difficult. Only 1 win in your last 7. You've lost 5 in a row. You've got to create your own luck. You've got to make runs and expect the unexpected. The true testament of a professional. You're on the bench to start a game. An injury 5 minutes in, you come in, and how about that? Brilliant timed run, good technique, and a great start for a Seattle Sounders team desperate of anything positive. They got it. Kosarienzi won.
Rusnak towards the penalty spot. Nuhu gets his head to it. Knocked down. Can Seattle turn? A little back heel. They're shouting for a handball. It's not given. It's not clear either. Sermon blocks. Nuhu has Pantelis. Backpedals and makes a big save.
Up at some moment. You don't play 126 times and not have a little chaos and a little controversy. Was it a handball from Kamal Miller? It looked like off his chest. But then that header from about 19 yards out from Pantelis.
Another corner, this time short. Brunel back to Rusnak. Now he will curl it in. Pantelis punches. Brunel settles. It's not clear. And then finally, Portland struggling to get out of this pressure.
Well, there's going to be a question of whether or not that ball hit the left arm of Finn Sermon.
Kelsey flicks on well to Bassett. Helps it over to Lassiter. Knew who got there first. Lassiter tracks back and wins it back.
Yeah, but this is better from Portland, switching the point of attack and very quickly being in the final third.
Velda, he's going for this. Oh, it's right there and it's in! Kelsey put himself in a dangerous spot. Velda provided the service. Kevin Kelsey's on fire and the Timbers have leveled the game.
With his action, switch the point of attack, get it wide, prep it, and make a decision. Cut it back, whip it in. Now when that ball is delivered here, Kelsey's going to be very close to an offside position. Hawkins tries to deal with it. Just great instincts from Kevin Kelsey, but it's going to be checked. When that ball is hit from Velda, it feels like his right shoulder and the chest is in an offside position. And the other question is, does he use his arm?
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
The press has been a little bit of an issue for Seattle to end this first half, but look at how many Sounders players around Velda. Those are good examples and clips where you could say to Velda, play two-touch, run off the ball, use your teammates around him instead of trying to dribble by 3 or 4 players.
That was a big tackle from Miller. Kosarienzi is still down. The Sounders get it back. Rusnak drives it in over De Rosario. Bye tried to help it on. Nuhu keeps it in play. Now Nuhu will float this. Comes off of Bye. It's Albert Rusnak! To the outside of the side netting. That's a good chance for Seattle's captain. The final moment of the first half.
Spencer's got to be quite pleased with the effort tonight. A makeshift lineup. An early injury, they get a goal, they get a lead, and then Rusnak at the end of this first half has a chance to steal one and go in up 2-1.
Change for Brian Schmetzer at halftime. Remember, he had to use one of his substitution windows 5 minutes in for Paul Arriola. So he's taken off Peter Kingston, and he's brought on Sebastian Gomez, one former Tacoma Defiance player for another. Gomez, a 20-year-old homegrown, making just his 4th MLS appearance. They've gotten even younger somehow. Kingston was on a yellow card.
Kingston
now
was
he's
on a yellow,
Yep.
exactly, Jake. Took words right out of my mouth. And so obviously you've got to be mindful of the way this game's going to unfold. But this is where Brian Schmetzer is. Now, some of his evolution has been relying on some of these young players where early on in his managerial career he didn't, but now he's going to have to.
Timbers attacking immediately in the opening minute of this second half, and Kelsey couldn't put that on frame.
The 18.
Sermon heads away. Ferreira!
Oh, what a save.
Punched away by Pantemis. Didn't get all the power on it that he needed to, and it allowed Pantemis to get his arm up.
Great save.
They do it again, looking for Ferreira, and Pantemis can catch. Kosarienzi looking for De Rosario. Sermon flicks on. Nuhu will try.
Oh my goodness.
That wasn't close. That wasn't far away. It was close from Nuhu.
Even he's got a chuckle at that. I mean, he puts his laces right through this, and that ball is knuckling. If that hits the net, it's ripping a hole through it, I'm telling you right now. And of course, Nuhu would hit a ball like that when they win possession like that.
They get it over to Velda. Velda cuts inside, and that's pretty routine for Thomas, who goes down at his near post. Costa, Velda got around Kosarienzi, keeps it in play. Bassett into DaCosta.
Look at the touches, so clean.
Still now to Brandon Bye. Bye will try! Brandon Bye's first goal in Portland puts the Timbers up over their rivals late. It's 2-1.
The Sounders smothering them. They can't get out. So much so that right back Brandon Bye from 20 yards out. No pressure on him from either Nuhu or Rothrock. And Brandon Bye, throughout his entire MLS career, has showed the propensity to score goals. won the Supporter Shield with the Revolution in 2021, and now a big goal.
Touch around Alex Roldan. No urgency for the Timbers. They just want to see it out. Oh, DaCosta, what skill to bring it to the corner. It's a goal kick. Maybe one last chance for Seattle. They've got to go fast. They won't get a chance. It's over. How about these Portland Timbers? 10 points in 4 games after the World Cup.